In this lesson, the fifth lesson, we are going to look at the B's in the ABC coaching framework. After first learning about the A's, awareness, auditing, and accountability, which prepares you for the B stages, we have completed goal setting in the previous lesson. Now, see how building habits support success. As a routine and established actions, habits are an important part of achieving goals. This insight is important because as a learner, you have to articulate and encourage the habits that you need to develop in your journey. This is an exciting stage as not only you are able to help yourself find out what needs the most change in your life and how to set the goals to do it, but you are now going to show you how to build the habits that will take you there. We will talk about how to best bridge your current habits into the new ones you will need for long lasting success. So, without further ado, let's get started and look at how to build habits. Detect, change, rewire. At this stage in the process, you have helped yourself break down and deep dive into your self audit. You have identified small changes at the root that are required to help you achieve your outcome. With this information, you have helped yourself set your big goals. Now, it is time to have fun and pour the concrete foundation. So, next, you are going to build the right habits that you need to successfully achieve the outcome. But how do you start building the right habits? Or, more importantly, how do we change the habits we already have that may be contrary to our goals? One of the biggest mistakes of people I see is to try to make wholesale life changes in every area of their life all at once. We talked about this already. Helping yourself and stay singularly focused on building or bridging one habit at a time is important. Let's say one of your issues or habits that needs changing is to reduce your coffee intake, because too much coffee is another negative effect for you to defy a big goal. You want to so reduce your intake from 5 cups per day to only 1. But it is hard to go from 5 to 1 in a short time. So we aim to do it gradually, building up slower to their target habit. For example, have them go from 5 to 4 cups per day. When you are comfortable at 4, then reduce it to 3 and then 2 and then to 1. That is one way to bridge a habit. Another way to bridge a habit is to have them replace one thing with another. Let's say you exercise at lunch instead of drinking coffee. Exercise releases endorphins in the body that makes up feel more energetic. So one of your coffees can be replaced with exercises. Also, notice the ripple effects that we have talked about before. When we start to change our habits in one area, it has a ripple effect and helps make other improvements in our life. The coffee and exercise example will feel better, look better, build more confidence, be healthier, be less jittery and nervous, and break your addiction to caffeine, all by bridging the one habit from coffee to exercise. Therefore, one of the best ways to implement a new habit is to make only one change at a time. Focus your energy on one thing until the habit is routine. I call this single tasking. It is the opposite of multitasking. Single tasking is about being present and mindful on one thing at a time. To maximize your focus and awareness, you cannot have any distractions. This is really important. Trying to achieve many things simultaneously all the time drains your energy and reduces your effectiveness and productivity. You cannot give more than 100% of your energy at any time. If you are doing 5 things, then each thing may only be getting 20% of your energy if distributed equally. Only giving 20% of your energy towards forming new habits is not sufficient. In this example, when you drink your coffee, you should focus on your coffee, on the temperature, the fragrance, the feel of the cup, how it feels when it touches their lips, the taste as it moves across your tongue, the sensation when you swallow your coffee and into your stomach. Such an exclusive focus on what you are doing in the present moment using all your senses is what mindfulness is. Just focusing on drinking coffee instead of sipping while reading email makes a person more aware that they are actually drinking coffee. They give that cup of coffee 100% of their energy. Then likely they won't miss having another 4 cups per day. This will help them enjoy 1 cup of coffee more than they currently do from having 5. Therefore, it is important to remember changing habits is like a crossing bridge. You have to gradually make your way across. If you try to jump from one side to another, you may experience a painful and tragic fall. So, we have established that the best process to bridge and build new habits is to do one thing at a time. Now, we introduce a simple strategy to help you do this in practice. This strategy has 3 steps: detect, change, rewire. Key is to first detect when you are caught in a dizzy, messy fog of multitasking. As soon as you see you are trying to focus on multiple things at a time, it is time to recognize you have to identify that you are distracted, you are trying to do multiple things at once. This detecting what you are doing is the first step. The next step is to change gears and bring your attention back to the present moment. It's about an attitude of mindfulness. Remind yourself that when you get distracted, don't get upset, don't get mad at yourself, don't get angry. Simply notice, recognize, and identify. It is about bringing your awareness back to what you are doing. You are changing your gears, right? And the third and final step in the refocusing process is to rewire. This is where you will learn to savor the experience of being fully engaged in one thing, to get the full benefits to committing and utilizing 100% energy on something worthwhile. I guarantee these habits will change your life. You build habits the right way first time is by creating a cue. One of the key insights with the emerging science of habit formation is that having a cue or trigger is essential in building new habits. Build momentum early in the day. Use brushing your teeth as your cue, for example. When you pick up your toothbrush each day, you need to notice your surroundings. Then change by bringing your full attention to the sight, sound, and sensation of brushing your teeth. This then lasts for the whole day. Finally, rewire by immersing into your attitude. Start your day this way. You don't want to try and do it when you are halfway through the day. If it helps, put up a sticky note saying, "Do one thing at a time," on your mirror, in your bathroom, or on your toothbrush, or wherever you will get your attention. This is the way to do one thing at a time. It is very important doing one thing at a time. It's not just saying I'm brushing my teeth and but it's becoming absorbed and immersed in that activity. being fully committed and energized in that one thing. The ADE strategy to habits and goals. Now that we discussed the internalized approach to forming habits, let's look at the external approach. This is where you look for actionable steps that you can take to achieve your outcome. We recommend using a straightforward method to get to look at the little things you can do with your daily habits. To add up and lead to bigger change, ask yourself what you can add, delete, and edit from your life. We call it the ADE strategy. The first element is add. What is one or more things you can add to your life to make a change? If you want to pay off debt, perhaps you can add coupons or create and use a budget. If you are trying to lose weight, you can add a 20-minute workout twice per week, for example. The second element is delete. What is one or more things you can delete from your life? If you want to pay off debt, perhaps you can delete your lunches out and pack a lunchbox instead, or delete the extra appetizer you usually buy at dinner. If you are trying to lose weight, you can delete the extra snack between lunch and dinner, or you can delete the extra slice of bread with your breakfast. The third and final element is edit. What is one or more things you can edit in your life? If you want to pay off debt, perhaps you can edit your attitude about spending. You are not sacrificing when you give something up. You are gaining financial independence. Or you can edit your lunches out by going from 5 days per week to one and preparing the rest yourself. If you are trying to lose weight, you can edit your attitude towards food. You are not sacrificing dessert. You are getting the body and health and the physicality that you deserve. Or you can edit the amount of carbs and sugars that you consume. In summary, this lesson is about the following. Firstly, doing one thing at a time with a purposeful focus using the detect, change and rewire strategy. And secondly, applying the ADE strategy to building habits will help you not only set the right goals but also follow them through to achieve them. With this, we conclude our lesson on how to build sustainable habits. Final thoughts before we go. For now, you will know how to build and use awareness, accountability, and self audit so that you can formulate smart goals and develop habits to support it. You are equipped with detect, change, rewire method to make single tasking a real habit. You also know the ADE strategy or add, delete, edit to change habits effectively. With this important realization, you can effectively guide yourself to the next step of balanced reflection, which is all about monitoring and adjusting to stay on course to the desired outcome. But before you join the next lesson, please remember to do the reflection and practical exercise first. Until next time, keep up the good work and let happiness be the choice that spreads joyful colors